There are many islands making up the entire city of New York. Does it come as a surprise to you that today we would have a supply of bridges throughout the city? It's kind of hard to believe that there was a time when New Yorkers struggled to get from island to island, when the only option for getting around was by boat. But now times have changed, and hats off to the modern technology and engineers to make life easier for us. We have so much to be grateful for. Now, with over several unique bridges throughout the city. It's never an easy task narrowing them down to just select a few, but that's exactly what I did, and those that made the cut were chosen for their history, their popularity, as well as their beauty. Prepare to marvel at some awesome feats of engineering today, because I'm taking you on a tour of New York's most famous bridges, where we'll get to learn a little bit about each bridge and see just what it is that makes them so special. So, without further delay, here are the three most amazing bridges in New York City. The Brooklyn Bridge. I know what you're thinking. The Brooklyn Bridge, well, since it happens to be the most famous out of the entire New York bridge lined up, we might as well as just get it out of the way. Okay, so we all know that the New York City skyline is just incomplete without this iconic suspension bridge. However, did you know that the Brooklyn Bridge is also the world's first suspension bridge to use stone towers together with steel crisscrossing cables? Prior to that, suspension bridges were always falling apart due to the common use of hemp or iron rope. Opened in 1883, this southernmost bridge spanning across the East River connects Dumbo and downtown Brooklyn with Lower Manhattan. You can pass this two-level bridge by foot, car, and bicycle at no cost. What's cool is that cyclists and pedestrians are privileged to the entire top level. For those visiting New York City, walking the Brooklyn Bridge is one of those experiences of a lifetime that you must definitely add to your bucket list. Now, for those living in New York, if you haven't walked this bridge yet, I'm really not sure what you're waiting for. Some of the best views of the bridge with the Manhattan skyline are from the Brooklyn Heights Promenade as well as Brooklyn Bridge Park. On the Manhattan side, you can snap your pictures as a passenger on the FDR or from the piers at South Street Seaport. There is much more I can say about this historic landmark, but to preserve your time as well as mine, I think I'll leave the rest for a separate video. Number 2. The Queensboro Bridge. Alright, we are back in the Queens times again. This time we are looking at the Queensboro Bridge, also known as the 59th Street Bridge, and now they got a new one, the Edcoach Queensboro Bridge. Yeah, whatever. It's just a crane bar bridge to most of us anyway. Completed in 1909, this steel cantilevered bridge spans across the East River between Long Island City and Queens and the Upper East Side of the Manhattan. It passes over Roosevelt Island with two of its channels. Actually sitting on the island, and the Queensboro Bridge is the northernmost of a set of four tall bridges crossing the East River. The Brooklyn Bridge, which I mentioned previously, is the southernmost. Anyway, this two-level bridge accommodates cars, buses, trucks, bikes, and pedestrians to get stunning views. You can go up and down Vermont Boulevard. There's also Bridge Park. You can ride the Roosevelt Island tram or even take a trip to Roosevelt Island. You can also ride some of the East River ferries or visit Sutton Place Park on the Manhattan side. Number 3. The Manhattan Bridge. Only a few blocks north of the Brooklyn Bridge is another toll-free suspension bridge. This two-level bridge spanning the lower East River and connecting Manhattan's Chinatown with Brooklyn's Dumbo has become a social media sensation. As of late, however, many still don't know the name of this fancy blue bridge, as it has always sat in the shadows of the Brooklyn Bridge. Well, its name is the Manhattan Bridge, and not only it is the most ornate out of all New York's bridges, but it has got a triumphant grand entrance to match on the Manhattan side. Even more memorable is the way it uniquely frames a miniature Empire State Building that can be seen from afar through one of its portals. The Manhattan Bridge was completed in 1909 as a relief to the overcrowding on the Brooklyn and Williamsburg bridges, and is the last of the four toll-free bridges that span the East River. It accommodates all kinds of traffic, from pedestrians to bikers, vehicles, and multiple subway lines. Though a tad gritty, the walk across will get you panoramic views of New York skyline, the harbor, and close-ups of the neighboring bridges. The best views of the Manhattan Bridge can be found while walking on the Brooklyn Bridge, while enjoying Brooklyn Bridge Park, while driving on the FDR, and of course at this famous site in Dumbo. And that's it for the three most amazing bridges in New York City. So, do you think I got all the good ones? And there are some other outstanding bridges that I left out? Perhaps I should do a part 2 to this video, and you tell me if that sounds like a plan to you. Anyways, if there's anything else you would like to say about this topic, feel free to respectfully share it with us in the comment section below. Furthermore, if you got any value out of this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon if you like to see more videos about New York City. With that said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see each other next time. Till then, bye bye.